Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, our good friend D2arkara, you guys know him, see him all over the chats. Everybody, great guy. He loaned me a couple knives to check out, as you can see. Top one, of course, is the Sabibi Conspirator, and then he also let me check out the EMP EDC Relative. So, I've borrowed them, obviously. Haven't hard used them. I don't do that to other people's knives, but I just kind of want to give you my thoughts on them from using them from what I did. And of course, we're going to start with the Conspirator. Guys, solid knife. Now, this one does have just a tiny bit of, but listen. Oh, I like that sound. Now, of course, you've got micarta on the handle, reversible pocket clip, very cool. Recessed screws, open construction, which very good, and nitro. I didn't realize this one was Nitro V. For some reason, it just wasn't sticking in my head that it was Nitro V, but it is. But as you can see, he's used this one quite a bit. Got a nice stonewash on the blade. A little bit of a fuller going on there. Action. And like I said, these are his knives, so I don't know what he has and has not done to them. But if he's altered it in any way, you can tell that you can get this thing to have a really nice action on that. I don't know if that's the way it came out of the box, but this thing feels real. I mean, it's a solid knife, guys. It's a Savivi. I know I say that over and over, and I've poo-pooed on Savivi a couple of times for a couple of their knives, but not many. You guys know, you guys know this story. So, but anyway, very, it's a solid knife. And what are they selling for? Like $80? Yeah, right around 80, 85. There's a Damascus model that sells for like 95. Pretty good in hand. Now, the one thing is on this one, when I get a good one, the clip gets me a little bit. It's a little bit far forward of the fat roll there, I guess. It's not too bad, but I can definitely feel it. And if I were going to be using it over and over and over, it probably wouldn't make me very happy. But yeah, I don't know if you can tell that it's just past that crease in my hand, and it's getting me just enough that I'm like, all right. But so what are we looking at as far as specs go? It's a good size knife, very good work knife. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I guess officially they're probably going 8 inches, right about a 4.5-inch handle with about a 3.5-inch blade. Cutting edge, I mean, just shy, 3 3/8, I guess you could go with. And that grip length is pushing 4 inches. So you definitely have a good amount. I have a good amount left over for sure. Solid. As far as the handle goes, other than the clip, I really like the way it feels in my hand. Really do. I have to admit, I'm a little bit bummed out by the clip because it's just past where I'd want it to. Now, if I'm just gonna go make a cut, but I can still feel it, and you know as well as I do, if something about the knife just isn't right, there's a good chance it's not going to get used. Because I mean, those of us that collect and collect knives, use knives, we have more than one. So if there's a little something about one that you're just kind of like, you're probably going to pick something else up over it. Maybe not. Depends. If it were me, yeah, that would definitely be the case. But the action, he's got this thing tuned in really nice. And it's solid. No issues whatsoever. But yeah, the Conspirator, a pretty solid knife. I'm a little bit bummed with how the pocket clip hits me, though. But really dig the stonewash on that blade. Check that out. Yeah, that is nice. Good looking knife. Good operating knife. Well-built knife. Just that clip kind of makes me a little unhappy. Now this, wow. It's a beauty. I honestly don't own any of the EMP EDC knives. They just haven't hit my, you know, gotta have it type situation for me. They just haven't. Nothing wrong with them. This one is built by Bestech, and it is a very, very well built knife. Front flipper, of course, you do have the reverse flick going on there. Now, this is kind of that, what, Bowie? Do they refer to it as a Bowie? I believe they do. Let me double check. It's in LMAX. So that is, oh, you could, well, it was on pre-order. You could have got it in LMAX, 20 CV, or MagnaCut, which, oh shoot, now I don't remember what he said. I thought he said this one was LMAX, but I'm not 100% sure, guys. I'm sorry about that. But they were available in LMAX, MagnaCut, and CPM 20 CV on the pre-order. He has 2 of them, and I chose to take the blacked out one to check out. Very, very cool of him to loan that out, but look at that clip. Woo! I like, now, we're going with the blacked out look, right? But I think that clip looks really, really good on it. Just gives it a little pop, a little flair. Really, really like that. Now, like I said, Bestech was the OEM on this. This is a well-built knife. Wow. And feels pretty darn good in hand. Clip, not an issue for me. There you go. You can choke up on that forward finger choil, and the clip is even further out of the picture. Not that it's really even in the picture. It is a little bit. It is a little bit, but not too bad. Not too bad for me. But what are the overall specs on this one? Let's bump it right about there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 3/4. 4 1/4-ish on the handle, which should give us about a 3.5-inch blade. Cutting edge is going to be 3 1/4, because you got that forward finger choil, of course. Now, it is a compound ground. There you go. You hit that shadow just right. Got a hollow out to a flat. And there you go. There's your transition point, if you can see it. But what... Now, I know my good buddy Z-Man. I know he is an EMP EDC. I think he's kind of like EMP that I am with Finch. I have a feeling. He might not have all of them, but he's got quite a few. And, you know, this is a pretty nice knife, guys. It really is. Really, really glad that D2 gave me the opportunity to check it out. Now, this one I did not do a lot of cutting with at all. The Conspirator I did because a little bit more of a user on that one. I was not going to mess this knife up because when they were selling, I think for pre-order, they were like $360, something like that. Yeah, I'm not going to mess up anybody's near $400 knife. That's not what I'm going to do. But I did use it a little bit and just to get a feel for it and kind of feel around with it. But it is so solid. Not an issue with it. Really, really digging both of these knives. Now, like I said, this is more of just kind of a quick look at these two because I don't hard use loaners like this. And even if people say, oh, go ahead. No, I'm not going to get crazy with them. I'll do a little bit of cutting here and there. Nothing too major. But I just want to get a feel and check out the knife. And I think I'm able to do that by how I use them. So take it for what it is. D2, James buddy, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to check that out. I'm doing them together because, well, with time and work, and I have a few knives to check out. So it's a good problem to have. Loving it. Just got back from Blade Show. Texas, had a wonderful time there. So back into making videos and checking out some more knives, guys. So thank you so much for stopping by and checking these two out with me. Thanks again, D2. Love you, man. Guys, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.